Hi and welcome back to Milgat Farms. Today on the channel we're going to be up here in the woods. It's early and very cold. I mean, I am freezing. I think we woke up to temperatures in the 0 or negative numbers. However, it's going to get warm today. Supposedly like 30 or 31. That's warm for right now, that's for sure. When it does get that warm, it's going to be really hard getting up and down the mountain because the snow up here is pretty deep. We're looking at 1 to 2 feet in certain areas, and with the wind drifts, it can be pretty deep, that's for sure. I've made it all the way around the farm so far this year pretty well, but I know as soon as it starts warming up, it's going to be really hard to get the side-by-side up on the top. So early in the morning, like it is now, I'm going to start off on the top where I can get to it now with the side-by-side, or at least partially up that way. Today I'm going to be installing taps, and it's been almost a week now that I've been doing this. 5 days, 6 days. At any rate, we're not done. I'm thinking about halfway done or almost halfway done. Now, I did get the steep sections done, which is one right behind me, and there's another one, which is the south line on the far side. That's really steep. This is not very steep, but it's not flat either. Let me show you. You can't really see it, but that's a steep section over there. It's pretty steep, that's for sure. Over here, it's not necessarily steep, but it's not flat either. You start looking up, and the ridge is up there, maybe about 200, 300 meters up. And then we call that tippy top. It starts right over here, tippy top with the rocks, and it gets south. Now you can see the road. You can see me too. Hey guys. You can see the road. I've gone up it a couple times. This is all rocks, and it's exposed rocks, so that gives me a little bit more traction, but there's a couple sections up there where it's just not fun at all. Today I'm going to be in this section over here, working on the other side of the main line and this side of the main line down to this point. And the goal is to get to right here by 12 o'clock or even earlier so I can go down and clean the cottage. We have guests that are leaving, we have guests that are coming, and then I'll come back up here, come as high as I can get up and work some more lines or install some more taps. But I may or may not be able to get up depending on how warm it's going to get and what the sun's going to do. You may not be able to see her. She's right down in there. She's been here since I got here, and she's just getting something to eat. If I had the time, I'd take her some corn or something. A few years back at my cabin, we had a cabin, I built it many years ago, although we did sell it. But before I sold it, I had spent many weekends up there. I got to know a mama and her baby, and would you believe I fed them a banana? They loved it, and they came back for more. It was kind of cool. Up on the top, there's all sorts of signs of coyotes and deer, especially on the south side over there. There's deer everywhere. The other day, I lost one of my Yaesu radios up here. I was bumming. It was probably 3 or 4 days ago, and was it yesterday or the day before? I happened to be walking in near the area where I was working, and I saw that sticking out of the top of the snow. And I thought, well, that doesn't look really natural. It was my radio. That's a God moment for sure. So I need to get ready. And lately I've been wearing my old vest. I like my old vest a lot. It's really cool. It's already got my tool in there. I better put my tubing in there too. I don't need a lot of gear for tapping, but I don't want to go up without at least a single-handed tool and a myriad of fittings. And so my vest can carry pretty much all of it. I also wear my tool belt. Yep, I got my tool belt here. That's a good sign. The vest is just being used today just to carry stuff. That's pretty much it. I don't need it for much anything else. In season, when I'm doing line maintenance, that's when I really need my tool vest. Now I have this one, I have another one. I get this out of the way. That's not gonna work, is it? I have a couple of tool vests. This one's a really old one, and I bought a new one called Snickers. And that one rocks. I will say that for sure. Now, those are completely the wrong size. That's not gonna work. I usually just keep a little grab bag of fittings. That's got some stuff in it, but it's not everything that I'm looking for. Here, I'll just show you one of them. That's an end fitting. So that's what you'd put on at the very end of a lateral. Well, I'm not gonna really need that per se, but these guys right here, That's called a flat hook. It's a 3/16 flat hook. And it's used to make repairs when we find a bear bite or a squirrel bite. And I'll tell you what, I've been finding a lot of bear bites. Hopefully I don't have any on my main line, because that's really gonna stink. But I've certainly found them everywhere else. So today I'm gonna be walking uphill. I'm gonna go up. We have a road here that goes up and around, and I wanna do everything from that road down to where I am. And what I don't wanna do is have to walk all the way up zigzagging. I'd rather walk down zigzagging. That makes more sense to me. All right. Now this is supposed to be tied around your waist, but I like my stuff up high, so hopefully it'll stay up high. You know what? Yesterday I didn't have as many as my vest on. All right, how about that? Oh, there. Now, give me this thing over here. Oh, there we go. All right. Much like I like to carry my rifles up close where I can use them, I want my tools in the same spot. As soon as I make my way up to the top, I'm gonna show you what we're doing. When I walk up to a tree, the first thing I'm looking for is any previous tap holes. In this case, I'm not seeing any. Doesn't mean it hasn't been tapped. There's one right there. Well, maybe not. So now I don't see any. In this case, what I'm going to do, hold this guy up, find a good spot, and that's where I'm going to put the tap. Oh, there's one right there. So here we go. We got straight. It's fairly straight. Put that hole right there. There you go, it's seated. And that's as easy as it is tapping a tree. Of course, you got to get to them, and it's kind of dicey today. So the road is right behind me. Instead of walking all the way up, I did start zigzagging back and forth, thinking I was going to make it up here, this whole section by 11 or 12. Well, I'm not. It's about 10:30 in the morning right now. I've got about 30 minutes before I'm supposed to be at the cottage because we have guests that are leaving, and this afternoon we have guests that are coming. I also need to check the water for the beef cattle, which are down by the cottage. That'll be easy. I've got to feed this sheep that's in our house because it's a lamb. It's a baby lamb, and the mom rejected them, couldn't take it. Doesn't normally produce a lot of milk anyway, and so we got her I keep saying her. Got him in the house. And we've been feeding him now for over, what, a week or two? It's a little crazy to wake up to, meh, meh. It's different than a baby sound, that's for sure. At any rate, I gotta do some, get Odin some water. So there's a lot of things to do today. I'm not thinking I'm gonna get this done today, but I'm gonna do my very best. There the guests go. So now, I gotta go down and get the cottage clean. In the last video, one of you posed a question about how long you could tap a tree. You could tap a tree as long as it lives. So we look at this tree right here, and this is gonna be a one-tap tree. You can tap this thing as long as it lives, that's for sure. And the way it works in tapping is This time of the year, right before it starts breaking, meaning the temperatures start coming up into the 30s, we tap the trees. When they hit the 30s, like 32, 34, the water can start moving in the tree, and that's when we collect it. We don't come back and tap this tree again. There is a process by, some people call it refreshing a tree, where you pull the tap out and tap it again. Well, we don't do that. We have about 3,000 taps on the farm, and it's just me. So because it's just me, and it takes me about 10 days to play that game, I don't re-tap. You get typically about a week to 2 weeks of additional sap that will come out of that tree because you've freshened that hole up. It's usually about a week, and it doesn't make a lot of sense for me to go 10 days in to get 1 more week's worth of sap. We like to make the syrup from the big runs that happen when it first comes out, and that works really well for us. All right, I do a little slight wardrobe change. I'm heading back up on the mountain. I'm gonna show you how a little bit more of a challenge it's gonna be getting up there. I like to be in diff lock when I'm playing this game, especially when we have such warmer conditions. I think it's 30. Okay, this part of me turning around requires 2 hands. Now you can see right there, those taps are not in yet. So this is the goal for today, to get everything down there up to this point done on both sides of the main line. I've already got the other side of the main line. I just got to get this side, and it's probably 250 meters down, and it's probably 200 to 300 meters wide. So what I'm going to do is park down here a little lower, and I'm going to walk up here, and then I'm going to walk down. I planned on doing that in the morning, but it didn't really work out like that. Here's that line we just hit. I don't want to hit it again. No. Nah, that camera's good for more than just videoing. Where I was up there, down to that second road. There's a road right there. There's another road down there. Everything from here all the way over to the south side is what I'm going to try to finish today. I'm pretty sure I can get it done. It's not that late in the afternoon, probably about 1:30, 2 o'clock. All I need is a couple of good hours in here and I can get it done. Sometimes you'd think you can get it done pretty quickly, but let me show you. Like, it looks all nice and fluffy, doesn't it? Well, it is nice and fluffy, and it's not so bad when you fall down in it. However, what you don't get to see are all the trees that are down, the sticks, and the rocks. There's a rock garden that starts right in here, heads all the way down to the bottom. In different sections, it's more pronounced than others. Right here, there's a big rocks right here, and I can't see them. And on top of those rocks is moss. So if the snow doesn't get me, the moss usually does. Oh boy, I'm about to fall over again. If you're a sugar maker and you work on terrain like this, I encourage you to get a pair of these. I'll leave a link in the description. They are absolutely awesome. You would think that not having or not being that big, that it wouldn't give you an advantage. Well, I tell you what, it does. It works like a champ. Now, I've fallen down a few times, that's for sure. Mainly because I hooked these little crampons to my pants as I'm walking through the woods. And if I hook my pants, well, I'm gonna trip up. But they have saved me so many times. I'm telling you, on those slick logs, mossy rocks, these things are the bomb diggity. I looked and I looked and I looked at different crampons, and they all seem kind of cheesy to me. When I saw this ratchet clamp, I thought that is what I want. And lo and behold, these things are awesome. Here we go. Oh no, that's not good. Somehow, I lost my other hook. And that's gonna stink. I was really enjoying that. I'm sure it's down the hill somewhere. Because when I finished this morning, I finished right in this area and I walked down the hill, and that was the first thing I pulled off was this. So, I probably ran over it. As long as that sun doesn't dip down below the mountain, I should be able to get this done. But as soon as that thing dips down below the mountain, temperatures start dropping pretty fast. I made it just before the sun went over the mountain. Let me show you what I got done. That right there is the end of our main line that comes up on the north side. It's the highest line we have on the farm. I did from here all the way over to the south side, and then I went up and I got everything around the top of these rocks. But right over there, I have a little bit, I got a few more to do, and then I got to sweep this area here. So although I got a lot left, I got a lot done today, and I'm pretty excited about that. It was really nice to take a break, to get lunch. I don't normally do that, but since I was down there cleaning the cottage, I figured I might as well get something to eat, feed that sheep that's in the house. I had to go find Odin. Oh my goodness. I got down there and Odin was gone. It was crazy. I'm like, what in the world? He's run off a couple times. I went looking for the other dog, stupid dog, also known as Baroness. but I call her Stupid Dog. I found both of them harassing the beef cows down near the cottage. Thankfully, I was able to get them both into the tack room where they spent most of the afternoon. It's kind of time out for a dog. Can you see the icicles up there? That's really cool. This is gonna do it for today. I'm not quite wore out yet, but I'm not far from it. I still need to feed the cattle. We have some beef cows that need some hay because I don't want to do that tomorrow. Tomorrow being Sunday, that's when you're gonna see this video. I'm looking forward for a day of rest. That's for sure. The Lord gave us a day of rest. I'm gonna take a day of rest. Thanks a lot for watching our videos. I really appreciate it. We got a lot of maple videos coming out along with other videos that we have of things that we do on our farm. We are a USDA certified organic maple syrup farm, but we do lots of different things too. We have a garden, we have a small orchard, and I say really small. We raise animals, sheep, alpaca, we have ducks and chickens. Sometimes we raise turkeys. We have our layers. What else do we raise? Beef cattle, we definitely do that. We got a couple of dairy cows. We milk at least once a day. I love fresh milk, I really do. That's my go-to drink in the night. Whenever I get back down, a nice cold glass of milk, it's just the best. At any rate, thanks a lot for watching our video. Do consider giving us a thumbs up. And until next time, God bless you. I knew I'd find it right where I dropped it. That's the loop I wish I had today.